immigration crackdown, but that would require steely political will. Andrew Denny joins us now from St Vincent's Hospital, where yet another victim of this king-hit culture is fighting for life. Andrew, how's he doing?
Well, still critical, Sandra. Sadly, the situation hasn't improved for him since he was brought here early on Saturday morning. The attack was one of the first during Operation Unite, the police crackdown on alcohol-fuelled violence. And after another weekend of trouble, authorities have today made the incredible admission that there's not much more they can do to stop it. And now it's up to the community to change its attitudes towards drinking. The latest victim of Sydney's drunken violence, still on life support, machines keeping him alive. Michael McEwen was punched to the ground early Saturday morning and his head stomped. His family hasn't left his bedside. They took to Facebook. A huge thank you to everyone for your support during this devastating time. It means the world to us. Please keep praying for Michael. His attacker is still on the run.
Somebody knows who those people are. And at this stage, we're asking someone to come forward, talk to us anonymously if need be.
It marked the start of a bad weekend for police. They made 540 arrests and laid more than 1,000 charges. Better than previous years, but still not good enough.
These results are unacceptable. The fact is, one assault is too many assaults.
Police say the solution to stopping the violence isn't putting more officers on the streets, but changing the drinking culture, and that's something that won't happen quickly.
Police will never arrest our way out of this problem. We've been saying that for years. This is a cultural issue. We've just got to fall out of love with the alcohol.
For many, that's proving too hard to walk away from. Now, other groups out there are saying there is still a lot more the government can do, including tougher licensing laws, lockouts and even raising the legal drinking age. That, of course, would take enormous political will. And today the Premier firmly said that he supports the current system. Sandra.
Andrew Denny, thank you. Well, despite what the Premier says, experts were lining up today to suggest what can be done. Repeating calls for tougher booze bans, fewer trading hours and harsher penalties. Christian de Garis has more.
Simon Cramp, Liam Knight, Thomas Kelly, the unwilling faces of Sydney's nasty underbelly. They're among thousands who are injured each year when the sun goes down and the booze takes hold.
And we've just seen a horrible start to summer with a horrific amount of violence over the weekend, and one would say it's going to occur next weekend.
These deaths, these needless deaths, the carnage, the violence is just going to continue. And we've had enough.
Today there was a call to arms from police, doctors and some politicians. They want Newcastle's hardline licensing rules enforced here. No shooters, early lockout times and the plug pulled on the party at 3 a.m.
It's reduced alcohol-related violence by 37%. If we had a cure or a measure that would stop heart attacks or emphysema or all those sorts of diseases, the politicians will be jumping over themselves to institute those measures.
But the government is accused of bowing to the powerful hotels lobby. The Greens want to further tighten the squeeze on drinkers, slashing pubs, bottle shops and advertising.
New South Wales still has deep discounting, shopper dockets and advertising oriented towards children and young people. It's time we had a cultural change in the government to lead to a cultural change in the community.
The pub owners we've spoken to say they're being unfairly demonised. They say drugs is a big issue. A lot of the fighting happens once people leave the premises, and most importantly, violence is bad for business. It appears there's a united front against violence, but it probably won't change things this weekend. Christian de Garis, 10 Eyewitness News.